On May 15, 2025, Colombia officially joined China's Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI. This move has sent ripples across the Americas, signaling a potential shift in the geopolitical landscape. For Colombia, it's a gamble on economic transformation, but one not without risks. The decision highlights China's growing influence in a region traditionally considered America's backyard. How will this new partnership play out? The allure of China's economic engine has become increasingly difficult to ignore. The BRI, with its promise of massive infrastructure investment, represents a potential game-changer. By aligning with China, Colombia is stepping onto a new path, one that could lead to unprecedented growth but also potential pitfalls. This decision carries significant geopolitical weight, underscoring the shifting influence in the region. Latin American nations are increasingly asserting their autonomy, seeking partnerships that best serve their interests. Colombia's move signals that the tectonic plates of global power are shifting. The coming years will reveal whether Colombia's gamble pays off. The global stage is being reset, and the rules of the game are changing. The Belt and Road Initiative is China's ambitious plan to reshape global trade and infrastructure. Launched in 2013 by President Xi Jinping, it involves a vast network of roads, railways, ports, and other projects spanning across continents. The belt refers to overland routes connecting China to Europe, while the road encompasses maritime routes linking China to Southeast Asia, Africa, and beyond. The scale is staggering, with trillions of dollars in planned investments across over 150 countries. China positions the BRI as a win-win, promoting economic development. Critics view it as a tool for China to project its power globally, pointing to concerns about debt-trap diplomacy and environmental impact. For Colombia, the BRI offers a lifeline to address its infrastructure deficit, facilitating trade and connecting remote regions. The potential benefits are immense, but so are the risks, requiring a pragmatic and cautious approach. Colombia's entry into the BRI has ignited hopes of a trade boom, particularly with China. China is already Colombia's second-largest trading partner, and the BRI is expected to further enhance these ties. Colombian exporters see vast opportunities in the massive Chinese market, particularly for agricultural products like coffee, bananas, and avocados. The BRI's infrastructure investments could facilitate the flow of these goods, reducing transportation costs and opening up new markets within China. However, there are concerns about potential trade imbalances. China's manufacturing prowess could flood the Colombian market with cheaper goods, potentially harming local industries. This is a common concern among developing countries participating in the BRI, as the influx of Chinese products can stifle domestic production. Colombia will need to strike a delicate balance, leveraging the BRI to expand its export base while protecting its domestic industries from being overwhelmed. Diversification is key. While China presents a lucrative market, Colombia must avoid becoming overly reliant on a single trading partner. The BRI should be leveraged not only to boost exports to China, but also to explore new markets in Asia and beyond. By diversifying its trade partners, Colombia can reduce its vulnerability to economic shocks and ensure more sustainable and equitable growth. The BRI, if managed strategically, can be a stepping stone for Colombia to integrate more deeply into global value chains and enhance its position in the global trading system. Beyond trade, Colombia sees the BRI as a catalyst for its burgeoning tourism industry. China's burgeoning middle class represents a vast, untapped market for tourism destinations. With improved infrastructure and direct connections, Colombia hopes to attract a wave of Chinese tourists, eager to experience its diverse landscapes, vibrant culture, and warm hospitality. Imagine Chinese tourists strolling through the colorful streets of Cartagena's walled city, marveling at its colonial architecture and vibrant street life. Picture them hiking through the lush coffee plantations of the Coffee Triangle, learning about the bean-to-cup journey, and savoring the aroma of freshly brewed Colombian coffee. Envision them exploring the Amazon rainforest, encountering its rich biodiversity, and immersing themselves in the cultures of indigenous communities. The BRI's infrastructure projects, such as new airports and improved transportation links, will make it easier and more convenient for Chinese tourists to reach these destinations. Moreover, cultural exchanges and tourism promotion initiatives can bridge the cultural gap and make Colombia a more attractive and welcoming destination for Chinese travelers. The potential benefits are immense, not just in terms of revenue generation, but also in fostering cultural understanding and people-to-people connections. The BRI's impact on Colombia will be most visible in its ambitious infrastructure projects. One of the most significant is the long-awaited Bogotá Metro, a project that has been stalled for decades due to funding constraints. The BRI could provide the necessary financial backing to finally get this transformative project off the ground. The metro promises to alleviate Bogotá's notorious traffic congestion, improve mobility, and enhance the quality of life for millions of residents. Beyond the capital, the BRI is expected to fund a network of transport corridors connecting key economic hubs across the country. These corridors will encompass highways, railways, and upgraded port facilities, facilitating the movement of goods and people. For instance, a new highway could connect the coffee-growing regions of the interior to the Pacific coast, reducing transportation costs and boosting exports. Similarly, an upgraded railway system could link the agricultural heartland to major cities, improving market access for farmers and reducing food prices for consumers. These projects are not just about concrete and steel, they represent a lifeline for communities that have long been marginalized and disconnected. Improved infrastructure can unlock the economic potential of remote regions, creating jobs, attracting investment, and improving living standards. However, it's crucial that these projects are implemented sustainably, minimizing environmental impact and ensuring that local communities benefit from the development. Colombia's dalliance with China's Belt and Road Initiative has not gone unnoticed in Washington. The United States has, traditionally viewed Latin America as its sphere of influence, and China's growing presence in the region has definitely raised some alarm bells. The Trump administration had warned countries against joining the BRI, labeling it a debt trap and a tool for Chinese expansionism. However, the Biden administration has adopted a more nuanced approach, focusing on offering alternative development models and strengthening ties with regional partners. Despite the United States' concerns, Colombia has maintained that its decision to join the BRI is purely economic and does not signify a shift in alliances. Colombia values its relationship with the United States, which remains a key trading partner and ally on security issues. At the same time, Colombia is also asserting its strategic autonomy, pursuing partnerships that serve its national interests, even if they diverge from those of its traditional allies. This balancing act really reflects the new realities of a multipolar world. Latin American countries are no longer content with being pawns in a geopolitical chess game between superpowers. They're seeking to chart their own course, forging partnerships based on mutual benefit and respect. Colombia's decision to join the BRI is a testament to this growing assertiveness, signaling a desire for greater agency in shaping its own destiny. While the Belt and Road Initiative offers opportunities, Colombia must navigate potential risks, especially debt. Unsustainable loans from China have been a point of contention in other BRI countries. Colombia must prioritize transparency and accountability, ensuring loans are contracted at favorable terms. Another challenge is ensuring the benefits of BRI projects are distributed equitably. There are concerns that Chinese companies may prioritize their own profits over the well-being of local communities, potentially leading to exploitation of labor and environmental degradation. Colombia must establish strong regulatory frameworks, enforce labor and environmental standards, and ensure local communities have a voice in shaping BRI projects. Some view the BRI with suspicion, fearing Chinese influence. The government must address these concerns through open dialogue and transparent decision-making. Building trust will be crucial for the BRI's success in Colombia. Colombia stands at a crossroads. Its decision to join the Belt and Road Initiative is a calculated gamble, one that carries both risks and rewards. If managed effectively, the BRI could usher in a new era of economic transformation for Colombia. Improved infrastructure could unlock the country's vast potential, boosting trade, attracting investment, and creating jobs. New transport corridors could connect remote regions to economic hubs, fostering regional development and reducing inequality. The influx of Chinese investment could revitalize key sectors of the economy, from agriculture to manufacturing to tourism. New markets for Colombian products could emerge in Asia and beyond, diversifying the country's export base and boosting economic growth. The BRI could also position Colombia as a key logistics hub, connecting South America to global markets. However, realizing this transformative potential will require careful planning, strong institutions, and a commitment to sustainable and inclusive development. Colombia must avoid the pitfalls of debt-trap diplomacy, ensure that BRI projects benefit local communities, and address concerns about environmental protection and labor standards. The road ahead will be challenging, but the potential rewards are immense. Colombia's decision to join China's Belt and Road Initiative is a bold move, one that really reflects the shifting tides of global power and Colombia's own ambition to emerge as a leading player in the region. The BRI holds the promise of unlocking Colombia's economic potential, but it also comes with risks that just can't be ignored. The coming years will reveal whether Colombia can navigate this complex geopolitical landscape and harness the BRI to its advantage. The world is watching, and the stakes are high.